So in America, who do you actually believe you are as a citizen, as an African American citizen, wherever state you live in? What is your belief system? As we need to question what our personal responsibility is to voting or to ensuring access for the people who look like us, but for the children, most of all. We need to understand that we have a personal responsibility to ensure access, access happens for the children. So, locally, individually, how is it that you participate? Because we are all taxpayers and we all pay taxes. I don't care what color you are. If you work, you pay taxes, and if you don't work, well, there are services that are just being provided to you that people we are paying for, and so therefore you're still positioned to benefit the local community as we live under a being human capital society. So socialism is irrelevant, right? Because everything in America is about services or resources. And that's just real. The understanding of truly who we are is a critical necessity as we all are responsible for the lack of maintenance and the lack of outcomes measured in our local communities by our people, because that's who would be the judge. But when your people don't have the ability to critique any level of public services, I mean, let's just start at the beginning, shall we? At the beginning, we understand that there's early access to health care for women with babies. So prematurely, the reality is that if you have a premature baby, then, the federal government provides lots of services for you to ensure sustainable options for the child. Well, that's the very beginning, but it's the whole lifetime journey of the children. Every child is a benefit to the system, regardless of who they are. If they're born in America, we have dollars allocated towards providing sustainable options for that child. But if there's no one there to ensure the sustainable options happens for those children, well, guess what? Somebody's making the decisions, and it ain't you, boo. But when we understand that for every child that's caught up under the Health and Human Services umbrella of public services, well, that's just a whole different kind of count. And it's for every dysfunctional behavior. And we provide services for those behaviors. So you have to target the behavior and then see what services are happening. But if you're not measuring the benefit of the aligned services, I mean, it's just difficult to even think about. It's so huge in a minute. It's going to be so huge in a minute that we can't comprehend. But when we have failed services for the people who look like you, comprehension is critical. It's just urgent. We are living in the last days, and it's urgent that we have not paid attention to the failed services in America as the climate is failing us, as climate change has happened. And we had so many people who just didn't believe that climate change was even real. What are we talking about? Okay. I can't live stream, but I can still record. I can still share the message. Failure is just not an option in public education. And as it is not an option, what are your people talking about when it comes to the outcomes of the lack of maintenance for the services that are happening for the people who look like you? I mean, this color is real. It's not going to wash off. You get me? So when people see you, they have a perception of who you are. And they have a perception and they treat you accordingly. But I'm not the one to sit on my neck to tell me I can't speak out about failed services. No, 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 boo, it don't work like that. So where's those 34 Head Start centers that are in Clark County? Somebody help me with that. I don't know where they are. Or maybe they were just talking about 34 statewide Head Start centers or early Head Start centers, but I don't see those. And where's the number of children who are being affected by those services? I just don't see that in your local community. Where's the numbers? Because data dashboards don't work when they don't actually provide data to the community. It's just not working like that. So the conversation is yours to have, boo. Have it. Make sure that you have it, because those are the dollars that are going from the federal government into the state, and we're not controlling those dollars because we can monitor those services. Well, the word is e-purpose. Out of many there's one, but out of one there's none. So who will you be in 2021? Please wake up. Like, subscribe, find my podcast on Anchor. It's called Parent Empowerment Hour. But I'm Darlene Anderson, 1958 on YouTube, and Darlene Phillips Anderson on Facebook. But you might find me on Facebook, but you might not find me on Facebook. I'm going to just share this podcast. Y'all have a great day.